This is a Hackle-Wing streamer from Fling and Puterbaugh's book, The Basic Manual of Fly Tying. It is intended to imitate a bait fish or minnow. This one's tied in yellow and olive. I'm not quite sure what kind of bait fish is this colors. I think more what I would fish is maybe something that's done. And so I'm going to tie up one of these flies using a light dun and a dark dun. These are capes. Recommended also is saddle feathers. So I'm going to lay down a base of black thread. I'm actually using on a fairly large hook here, a 4/0 thread. You know, it's a long hook. It takes a little bit more to cover it. I believe that the whole purpose of putting down a thread base on the hook shank is so that the body will adhere, not slip on the hook shank. So I am just laying down a base of black thread. It's not particularly pretty. It is going to be covered. And I'm going to leave a couple eye lengths behind the eye to tie in some hackle. This does require 6 feathers, 3 light feathers and 3 dark feathers. So whatever particular bait fish you're imitating, I am doing the body in silver floss. So add that silver floss in, back to the bend, bring my thread back up to the front, clip out this extra stuff at the front. I do have, I think, 4 strands of floss. Again, this is a streamer hook, so I'm actually tying it on a 6 3x long, but tie it on whatever streamer hook you need for the bait fish in the waters you're fishing. You can vary the colors depending on your bait fish also. The recommendation or the suggested colors in Fling and Puterbaugh is a tan floss. But I think with the feather colors that I have, that this silver floss works really well. So this will be imitating the belly of the bait fish. Suppose you could use a gray thread. So I have then taken the tips off of 2 light dun feathers, and these are going to be the under, I guess if this was an insect it would be a wing, but this is not an insect, it's imitating a bait fish. So I'm going to put one on the back side of my hook, one on the front side of the hook, try to get those evenly spaced and aligned, and put in there where they're not going to twist funny. I have measured these when I cut them to be a hook shank and a half approximately. So this, you have the actual body on the hook shank, but then this would be the sides of the bait fish under. So 2 light colored feathers, and then I've prepared in the same way 2 darker feathers for on top, and I'll tie those in one at a time. The first one I will tie in on the back side over, so then this becomes the outer body. Again, trying to keep that from curling down underneath. That looks good. Tie the other one in on the front side, covering over the light under. And I don't have to really worry about those other fibers that are there. Just wind up a little bit here, get those tied in well. Then I've got a front hackle, which is the same color or the same feathers, same colors, but one of each, a light and a dark, and I've stacked them together. Again, I've clipped the ends to make an easy tie-in point, and I am going to tie those in with shiny side facing me, dull side facing the hook, and I'm tying them in by the butt, but you know, I again do what works here. So tie those in, and I've read to tie them kind of in on the bottom of the shank or the side so that it doesn't really kink when you wind them. And then just take those 2 together and wind them around the front of the hook, just leaving enough room for a head as thick as you feel necessary. So I'm going to tie those. I like to do 3 wraps. And then I'm going to take and pull all these fibers back and wrap in front. That'll help tie that hackle feather in. Then I can come back and clip out the extra. Again, grab all of those and pull them back. With a big hook like that, it's fairly easy to get all of those pulled back. And then wind in a head. And I'm going to whip finish that now. And then I'll put a little bit of UV resin on that for head cement, but use whatever head cement you have. And we have a Hackle-Wing streamer.